We'll learn a whole lot more about the Seattle Seahawks after this Sunday in Arizona, but we learned a lot about the University of Washington Huskies and Steve Sarkisian Saturday night. And I got to be honest with you, watching that film and now reacting to the really tough news for Steve in the program with all of the injuries, I think Steve's up against maybe the biggest challenge yet in his 4 years. And the reason I say that is because I don't know where they're going to find a run game. You're basically down to one tailback, that's Bishop Sankey, and that's no offense to the freshman coming in or the fullback turned running back Desmond Petty, and maybe Shaq Thompson comes over from defense to find some carries at running back. But it's the one big misnomer about Steve and what they did at USC. Everybody sees Matt Leinart and Mark Sanchez and Carson Palmer winning a Heisman Trophy and thinks they just threw it all over the place. That's not what happened. In fact, here in Seattle, you should know the way that Pete Carroll built that thing at SC. It's the same way he's building it here with the Seahawks. And that's play unbelievable defense and then run the ball. That's at the core because it's physicality, because it slows a team down, because it's hard to manufacture a run game. You can manufacture a pass game with screens and bubble screens, and all sorts of teams in college football can do that. But at the core, being able to run the ball, being able to think of all the big moments over the last few years with the University of Washington. Think of Chris Polk's runs. Think of God's play at Cal. Think of the number of times they can line up and run the ball at somebody, and then how much easier and better that makes your quarterback play. Keith Price had a tough second half Saturday night against San Diego State. If they can't run the ball, and against Oregon, against LSU, against Stanford, against USC here in the next 5 weeks, it's going to be an unbelievable, daunting challenge for Steve Sarkisian to find a way to run it. And frankly, I'm pretty concerned for him.